quick update on the Saxo. I've had a killer week with work, so, and then the weather. I've been doing this outside, and the weather has been shocking. But I fixed my truck today for MOT, finished that off. So we'll get that MOT'd next week. And all here was blocked. There's the beautiful Sierra. And all here was just blocked with cars. I couldn't get in, I couldn't get out. So I spent all day fixing everything so I can move everything out of the way. So that's how she stands today. I like the back quarter, it's pretty good to be honest. It's straight. But what I'm going to do is, I'm not happy. I've got a little, I'm not bothering with this bit. Top body men and that, don't bother telling me how to do stuff and that, because I'm not going to listen anyway. But like, it's there. It just wants, it wants another skim of filler. I've gone really light on the filler because I don't like using it. But what happened here is when we was at the track and it smashed in, we kicked it out at the track. We're all big blokes and everything. We all sat inside it, booting it from inside, jack handles, hammers, you name it. And what we did was this. You can see here where I haven't bothered repairing down here. These are impressions from the other side. I've had the window out, and what I tried to do, I put a dolly in the inside and a panel beating hammer, and I beat most of it flat. I had a right job like this. Was completely cane behind the window if you look in the thumbnail on the crash. This is just gone and folded up. I've managed to pull it all out with the stud welder and then get the dolly in where I can, but the cage restricting me in some places. I can't quite get in. The kit's going to hide all this, which is getting riveted on this weekend. So what I want to do today, I spent all day prepping the garage. We're going in there. It's like a booth there to paint it. You know, a curtain wall booth. So what I'm going to do is, I've got the paint. The paint's come. It's a good match. I got the crease out the back pillar. The back pillar was all twisted and creased. This is nice and straight now. Got it all out. I actually pulled it out, and this is the shyest skim of filler. So I'm going to put, I'm working on this line. I'm going to do another run of filler now quickly and just level these bits up by eye. There's no, I just sculpting it by hand and eye here because there was no straight edge to go off. My mate who works here with me, he's doing his track car down there. He said I could have made a template off the other side and use it to get the level, but it'll be alright. It's straight. It is straight. And it looks a right mess, like how everything's all hanging off and everything. But it's nothing, superficial stuff. I'll just get all that fastened on. Main thing is getting that filled in now. Sand it down. I'll put a load of hardener in it, it'll go off well rapid, and I'll get it sanded down tomorrow and start painting it. And that'll be it. I'll start putting it all back together. The Beamer, I'll have an update soon, but I've got the you can see it's all plumbed up now. The oil line isn't plumbed up. That's the last thing to do, and that air intake won't be there. That's going to be up in the car. And I've got a neat little scoop. Where's my scoop? What have I done with that scoop? Here. This was something I used on another car I turboed, and then I changed the scoop, so I just a little aluminium scoop, like a heat tape on. But that filter there will sit up. That filter will sit up here behind there. And look at that, it just fits. So that will be cut out. I love cutting panels out on cars. I'm not very precious with them. So we'll cut that out, and that will feed the air into there. It'll have a firewall in the boot, obviously, at the end of it all. So that will feed that. So that's not sucking up shit off the floor and water. The oil line, I'm still working. That's the last thing I've got to work on now. I've got to put a tip on that. We're going to do some welding on the exhaust today, a few weeks. Finalise that, because we use U-clamps in certain positions, flared the exhaust and use U-clamps, and the reason we did that was to get all the angles so it fits nicely under the car. Now we got, so today we'll finalise them, so we'll tack them in place with the U-clamps on, then we'll weld round, grind them down with a die grinder, keep doing it until it's just one piece of metal basically, and that's it. It'll have its own, it's the exhaust. And then we've got an air intake that runs underneath, which is just on a cable tie at the minute. Because see, it's running dead low like that. It's plumbed in and it's running through the intake and it's boosting and stuff. But I'm not gonna, obviously the pipe won't be right down there. If I shorten that pipe there, it'll change the whole angle of it and lift it all up. So again, it's a mock-up like the exhaust. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, until you get the shapes you want. That's how I do it. And then it's all going to sit nice and snug. But I'm thinking with this oil too, I'm probably going to rotate that cartridge in the middle ever so slightly. I'm going to attach a bilge pump straight to the bottom of it, and I'm going to run a line from that bilge pump through the car, through the bulkhead, and it's going to go, we did this on another one of these Beamer engines, through the top of the rocker cover where the timing chain is, and it just drops straight back down into the sump. Saves you taking the sump off and pissing round. We've done it on another one that runs and drives here, it's fine, it's never had a problem. So, and then we're going to just run one big long braided line to a T that goes on the pressure gauge on the block, and that'll be the oil feed. So it's not going to run on a reservoir like I was saying originally. It might all change again yet, but we're actually going to run it from the motor and return it to the motor. So that's the next job after tidying up all these pipes. And then we're just going to finalise it all. Suspension wants lifting up a little bit still to do to the arches, and then we'll start test running it and start trying to get it to start sorting out it running on low boost. But first things first, just get all the breathing right, just get everything right. So yeah, they're coming along. I'm working on those two, trying to see where we get. But there, like I say, it's got a temporary oil supply. I've run and drove this up and down the yard and had it moving round. The turbo was whistling away, but I don't want to run it too much because it's shoddy. The oil that I've got circulating around it's shoddy, so any hard running you just wreck it. But yes, that's an update. I tried to get updates in the week. I filmed little snippets like this with these maraudering monologues I do, because I've got no script or no plan. I'm just making it up as I go along like the cars. And the videos was just shocking because of the weather basically. So I still haven't done the sill. It sounds a bit puddled that I haven't done the sill yet, but I've ordered that. I've ordered an actual sill, a proper sill for it, because it's only £10 more than the metal, and then you're going to have the right profile. I only need the centre of the sill, the rest solid all the way along. It's just it hit the wall that hard, it blasted a big hole in about there. There's a big hole in it there. It was rusty, but it blasted a big hole in it, but it's okay all the way along. So I'll take a profile off that sill when it comes. I've got sheet metal and bending gear here and all that. I can make up another one, and then I've got them to either change the whole side or chop little sections out to do repairs like that. But yeah, it's a mountain, but we're climbing it slowly. I'll show you some other stuff sooner or later, because there's plenty here. And my mate's down there, right in that far corner, doing something to another one of these Beamers, an E46. So we're going to take drifting. Oh yeah, that's it. That's I've not got very far, but that's where I've got. It's coming along. Catch you later.